Hello, this is Catherine Choi, and I will talk about wave power. Wave power is energy made by the waves that the ocean surface creates. As always, there are disadvantages and advantages for everything. The disadvantages of wave power is that even though many oil is used, the power doesn't make as much money as the amount of money used on oil. Also, wave power isn't able to be made in many places, only places that creates a lot of waves. It costs a lot of money to build a station or to store wave power, and while making it, many species could be affected by ruining their homes. Wave power, when made or even during their operation, might destroy the habitat of water animals, making them lose their homes and their habitat. And wave power only provides energy 10 hours a day because it moves during the tide and creates a low percentage of energy that is received. The advantages of wave power is that because water is a natural resource, you can use it without the water waves running out. Also, it doesn't cost any money because the waves are just there. Because it just uses waves, there's no pollution, making no greenhouse gases and other waste. It's an eco-friendly energy system, different from other energy systems nowadays. It doesn't take much money to maintain it, and also the produce of energy is reliable because the waves are easy to predict and it comes during the tide. This is what wave power is. Thank you.
Nuclear energy, or also known as atomic energy, is made up nucleus of an atom. These atoms are the smart particles that makes every object in the universe. Nuclear energy generates commercial electricity. This power can be found inside of a plant called a reactor. This nuclear power comes from the power plant, which can be very dangerous. However, nowadays scientists made it safe for the people to use it. Most power plants use heat to produce electricity. They use steam from heated water to spin a large turbines which generates electricity. Nuclear plants use heat given off during fission to produce the steam. The disadvantage of this energy is that this is non-renewable. The world's 15% of its energy comes from nuclear power. Some countries such as France and Japan heavily depend on this energy. Another disadvantage of using this energy is that using this power can take high risks, since the waste from nuclear energy is very dangerous. Even though there are high security standards, many accidents still occurred. Because of this ability to destroy a large amount of landscape, nuclear wastes are targets for terrorist attacks. These nuclear weapons have put a bad impact around the world, such as 9/11 attack. The sustainability of nuclear energy is very poor, since the source of energy for nuclear power, uranium, is scarce. There are advantages for this nuclear power. Nuclear energy is very environmentally friendly, since it can save off the gases for cars. Unlike any other power plants, nuclear reactor does not produce carbon dioxide. This means it does not create air pollution and does not affect global warming. This will reduce the greenhouse emission. In conclusion, this power won't make climate changes. Another advantages of using this power is that this is possible to generate high amount of energy from one single plant. This means that the cost of the energy is very low. Nuclear power is uneconomical. It costed a lot of money for the United States to start it. Not only it costed the government to make the nuclear power, but it costed a lot of money to cover the nuclear accidents.
Biomass is a type of energy that comes from organisms. Biomass turns into electricity, and that's where people see the use of biomass energy. Positive things about biomass is that there's a reason why to use waste for a good purpose. Biomass is all around the world, so it's not only in one certain region, and it's cheaper than other energy sources. Negative things about biomass is that biomass produces carbon dioxide, and that is one of the biggest arguments about biomass. Some of the materials for biomass are not always available every year. Biomass energy includes burning in the process of producing the energy. However, that creates carbon dioxide, which is a bad effect for the environment. Pollution is a problem with the world, and biomass energy creates a lot of carbon dioxide and increases the amount of greenhouse gases. This is a very bad impact on the global warming, especially when it's getting worse and there is no room for more pollution, and preventing global warming is the thing the world should be focusing on. Wave power and biomass has a few connections but not many. Wave power doesn't produce greenhouse gases and is more safe than biomass energy in the process while burning. Nuclear energy also does not create a large amount of greenhouse gases, and it takes a little amount of fuel to produce energy. Biomass should not run out since waste is almost everywhere and the fuel is cheap. Biomass has a great role in the economy because it increased the amount of jobs in 2007. 238,000 jobs, $12.3 billion from new jobs, and $4.6 billion from tax. The amount of jobs for farmers, foresters, and just normal workers increased and helped the economy grow. Biomass harms the environment because of the burnings. It creates more carbon dioxide, and the atmosphere does not help with the environment.